Hello, welcome to Jerome Bee Farm and Homestead. Thought I'd shoot my intro over here in the shade because it's hot. It's pretty early in the morning. It's about 9:30, but it's heating up fast. It's supposed to get up to 98 today, here in central Oklahoma. But today I'm going to do check on those two combine hives that I did, where I did Tiny Swarm and Nuke number 25 over here. So I'm going to get in there, and I did the combines on May 20th, and today's June 1st, Friday, June 1st. So it's been about 2 weeks. They should be combined. The queen should be in there laying, and everything should be good. So hopefully that's the case, and we won't have to do anything to them. If they're not queen right still, we'll probably have to find us a frame of that has some eggs on it and put in there, so they can pull down a new queen and start a new queen in there. But hopefully that won't be the case. They'll be good, and they'll be ready to head into winter and start building up their honey stores with some good nectar, and throughout the fall nectar flow that's not as strong as the spring, but that should get them through winter, the fall nectar flow. So let's get over there and take a look at them. Okay, we're going to start here on hive number 10, combine. Take a look at the entrance here. I see some bees coming and going. There's a couple in the entrance there fanning. So not a whole lot of activity there. There's some come in. But, so it's not a strong hive, but let's get in there and see what we find. See the newspaper here from the newspaper combine. I see bees up here. That's a good sign. Get that smoke out of my face. Okay, I see bees about in this area right here, about where the nuke was when we put it in. Newspaper I can see down in here is pretty much chewed up and gone on this side, which means they're combined. So now we're looking for our queen. Got a little bit of nectar there, a little bit of nectar there. Got us a blank frame, blank. Get this wonky comb off of here. Every time I collect a little bit of wonky comb or whatever I scrape off, I've just been keeping it in a ball here. So I'll take this back and put it in my freezer after a while. Then when we melt our wax down, we'll throw those in. Okay, so here's a nice brood frame, and I see fresh larvae. Very young larvae down to the egg stage. So we have a laying queen in here. I can't see that at all. So anyway, you got capped brood in the middle with filled in larvae, and out on the outer edges she's laid it in, and that's where the most recent eggs have been laid. So this is a good laying frame here that the queen has been on recently. Oh, and she's on there. So there's the queen right there. Got her blue dot going. She's a nice little black queen. The black abdomen. Those Italian queens that I got from California had that trait. They're a darker color versus the brownish. Let's get her back in there. So we know she's doing her thing up top. I'll go one more frame because there's bees on this frame, but other than that, there's no need to go any farther. So we got the same thing here. This is all laid out just like that other frame and right here. And all those open holes have been filled with a fresh egg or it has a larva in it. So she's doing a good job. So the other bees didn't attack her and kill her when they joined up. I'll go ahead and pull this top box off and get that newspaper, what's left of it, out of there. There you can see how they took care of that newspaper. So that was a sheet of newspaper that they completely ate through it, cleaned it up, and tearing it off, dragging it out the front door. So we can go ahead and get this off of here. If you wanted to, you could just leave it on here. It's kind of messy looking. But anything that's on the inside of the hive, they're going to clean it out themselves. That's just more work for them to do, though. Mixed in with propolis, kind of sticky. Okay, down in here I see bees from the outside frame all the way to right here. So they're working this area right in here pretty heavy, which is a good thing. With this next set of brood that's emerging from this new queen, there'll be a bunch of new bees to start working more of this and start filling out the top. Okay, if you remember on this particular combine, this queen came from a hive that was almost a swarm. It had swarm cells. I found her down around the bottom, close to the entrance, and she was getting ready to swarm. So I was able to capture her, put her into a 5-frame nuke, and just banked her and stored her away until I had a hive that needed a queen, and I put her in there. So this hive is good probably for the rest of the year, and that queen is probably good for another year, maybe 2, because she thinks she's swarmed. So that's it for this one. Let's get over to the tiny swarm combine and check on them. So this one's good to go.